Hey, what is up guys? It is your boy Speed here, and today we're gonna be talking about 5 lanes that should enable you to crush the laning stage. Are you struggling? Can you never win your laning stage? Don't worry, I'm here to save you. I have the solutions for you. We got a bunch of dual lanes in specific, no tri-lanes today. If you guys want some tri-lanes, I guess let me know. But nonetheless, smash the like button for the video, subscribe, and of course comment down below any lane that you think is broken that you want to share with the community. It's good to share. Sharing's great. Alright, and without further ado, let's hop right into it. So the first combo in the laning stage, number 1, is ANTI-MAGE and Undying. And funny enough, I actually knocked this lane recently. I said that I don't think it's that good. I wasn't like specifically harping on this lane being bad, but basically I was discussing I think it's AM Lich in a recent video, and I was like, oh, you know, AM really wants a hero with a stun so that he can hit people, but really the main thing that I forgot to acknowledge, which I think is important to do, you know, whenever you get an updated database in Dota, you know, to change your mind. But basically what I didn't keep in consideration, even though AM Lich is a great lane, by the way, that lane, you know, it's good. It keeps AM alive with a frost shield when he mans up. That's a big deal. Because really, what people don't understand is AM needs a way to stay alive. He needs some hero that allows him to stay alive. And Lich is pretty good at that because Lich does so much damage that people can't harass AM nearly as much. You see what I'm saying? So Lich is kind of the opposite of Undying, or sort of the opposite of Undying, where he does so much damage that they can't hit the AM. To be fair, Undying can do that too, and often does do that too, where he just zones so hard that he can't pressure the AM. He gets complete free farm. That's great. But at the same time, he has Soul Rip. And level 2 Soul Rip, when you're a level 3 Undying, is so broken. And I played this lane with this guy and it just felt broken. I was laning against the Mars and it was pathetic. I mean, yeah, Undying counters Mars too, which like makes it even better. I mean, to be fair, Mars can do okay because God's Rebuke is good at getting the Undying off of you, but at the same time, I just had so much health. Mars never had mana. I bought an Orb of Venom and it compensated for the fact that the Undying doesn't have a slower stun. So I'm like, okay, I have this hard lane dominator who can heal me, so I can trade really effectively. So I bought a Wraithband to trade effectively. I didn't need boots, I bought a Wraithband and Oov, right? So I bought the most stat efficient items when it came to like just right click trading, right? Wraithband and an Oov. Yeah, especially if I feel like I'm an advantage, then you want an Oov, right? You want that movement speed advantage. And yeah, it just destroyed. I mean, we ran them over. It was pretty brutal. So yeah, all in all, this combo was good. Even in team fights, I would like to mention in team fights too, I know this is a bit off topic, but it's important to note, whenever an AM wants to jump, he really can't become the center of attention until he has like 3, probably 4 items, right? Like Abyssal Butterfly or like Scotty Butterfly, like that type of vibe, you know? He's got to get to there. And Undying creates a really nice distraction so that AM doesn't become the center of attention. He puts up a tombstone so people don't focus AM, and people get distracted so he can jump who he wants, and he's just naturally tanky. Now, let's get into the second combo, which is GAMELEAP and you. So if you don't have a GAMELEAP subscription right now and you want to start winning your laning stage, you gotta put them together. I mean, come on. I said it's one of the best lanes. It's in the video, so you gotta do it. Link down below. Sign up now. Wow. Next up on the list, actually, coming in at number 2, is Chaos Knight IO. This is a real throwback. This is some TI3 stuff. Vamos, he's getting dove. I don't remember all the lines. He's too good. But that clip is legendary. That clip is legendary. I remember watching that. Like, I would watch the Bulldog, his reviews of those games. So I don't know when he made them. I don't know if it was a year after, months after, but he made replay analysis of those games, and my God, it fascinated me. Like, it fascinated me how much he knew about the game and the ways he was explaining it. Intrigued me so much so to the point that I wasted the next 6 years of yeah, that was a big thing in my career. But CKIO just really strong right now. It has been for a while. I feel like IO is just kind of broken right now. Sure, the patch is coming up soon, but like I still think IO is going to be good after that. Reason being is, I mean, this hero's gotten nerfed and nerfed and nerfed and nerfed and nerfed and nerfed. I don't know what Valve is going to do, or Ice Frog, to like make this hero good in pubs, but not as good in the pro scene. Like, I don't know how you do that. I guess it's something we'd have to think of, because that's always been the problem with IO. The hero is miserable in low MMR pubs because people don't know how to play him. They don't know how to use relocate. They don't have the map awareness to use relocate. They don't have the synergy with their teammates to use relocate. Spirits are a bit confusing. Overcharge is kind of weird. I mean, sustaining in general, like, the amount of 3K players I've had to coach and tell them to eat tangos during the laning stage faster so they can actually trade, you know, it's insane. So, like, let alone playing a hero that has to heal other people in the lane and eat tangos and, you know, like, come on, it's probably not gonna work. And so, people need to, you know, it really is a hero that's just underutilized. It's so broken. Like, IO is just broken. If you know how to play it, it's broken. And with CK, giving this hero infinite mana and he can just stun off cooldown with 50 attack speed and infinite HP regen, I mean, it's just a ridiculous lane. I don't know what to say other than that. It just does way too much damage. You're both unbelievably tanky. CK has sustain. You're going to be running around at like 350 movement speed with no boots. When CK gets boots, you guys are just going to be vibing at like 400 movement speed. I mean, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's like IO SLARDAR, very similar, but you know, I think CK is nice as well because you have a little bit more scaling. So if you want to pick this with like your friend, you can pick offlane CK and you can really carry the game. You can do it with SLARDAR too. You actually can. You can build like Armlet and, you know, Echo Saber type of stuff. But okay, let's get into the third one. So the third one is Omni Death Prophet or Omni Phantom Assassin. I like to quickly go over both. First off, Omni Death Prophet. Why is this lane good? Well, I think, you know, Death Prophet just needs to be protected. Really, the key to, you know, having a good game as Death Prophet is usually just to give her a lot of solo XP, which is why she's typically a mid laner. So you're saying, you're probably asking, speed, then why not put her mid? Well, I mean, I think the hero actually has some really good matchups in the side lanes. Recently, Team Secret put it against a Tidehunter in lane, and it did exceptionally well. Did very well. And I think it goes to show that the fact that Death Prophet has like 65 base damage and like 4 armor, and high movement speed, as well as a low mana nuke, low cooldown, low mana nuke, and a heal, makes her very strong in lane. The hero's a good laner. Her biggest weakness is the fact that, you know, she's a ranged hero, and so if she gets gone on by multiple people, well, she can die. That's the case for any ranged hero, frankly, in the laning stage, so there you go. That's a tip within itself. If you're against ranged heroes, you should all in on them. Don't try to poke them. You should all in on them. It's actually a key thing to understand. It really is. That's not a joke. Then, but yeah, basically, OMNIKNIGHT just gives you a ton of sustain. Like, every 20 seconds, he can just heal you for like 250, and so basically the goal behind this lane is very, 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 very straightforward. OMNIKNIGHT just pulls and runs around and smacks the enemy support, creates space for you. You get solo XP. You get a 1v1, and yeah, that's about it. Now for Phantom Assassin, you're probably saying speed. It's got to be completely different, right? It's probably because Phantom Assassin can get on top and you can heal, right? Nah, you just heal her. I mean, it's about the whole thing, and I don't know what to tell you. That's the whole combo. You just heal the Phantom Assassin and she farms. Nah, but in all reality, the mid game is great too. Like this lane, it is actually a good lane. Funny enough, if you give these heroes like PA and Death Prophet enough farm and enough solo XP, and you just heal them, they can get to the point where they can solo lane very effectively. Like if PA gets to her like phase boots or treads wand timing, you know, she can zone a lot of heroes out, especially if you have some kills. And frankly, yeah, I mean, the Purification Blink Strike, it's not really a combo. It's useful. It's useful. So yeah, there's that. And mid game, Heavenly Grace is just broken with these heroes. The biggest issue of PA and Death Prophet is the fact that they can get bursted. They're generally not high HP heroes until later on into the game. And so having Heavenly Grace and multiple just heals is unbelievably powerful. Then we have a bit of a cheesy lane. Cheesy lane alert. Cheesy lane alert. It is Dazzle, Nature's Prophet. Yes. Hey, Dazzle, Nature's Prophet, you're asking. What does this lane do? Well, it's primarily based around, well, Dazzle spells. Yeah, it's based around Dazzle spells. And Treants. Actually, okay, that's stupid. It's based around everyone's spells. But basically, here's the gist of the lane. You have a lot of sustain, okay? So you have Dazzle's heal. You have a heal bomb target because you have Treants, right? So you can actually maximize the heal bomb. Then you have Poison Touch. If you are playing with a good Nature's Prophet player who can Treant block, Poison Touch is broken. It is so good. It is so good. It never ends. Literally never ends. And because it never ends, it ends up killing the opponent. Pretty simple, right? So yeah, the key to this lane is just to hit the other person over and over and over again. That's what Prophet does. That's what Dazzle does. You put it together and you win. Nice. And then in the mid game, I mean, I'm not going to say this is like the best mid game combo. You do lack some disables. So if you end up picking this combo, make sure your mid laner is like a Pango or a DK or an Ember or a Void Spirit, some hero with some setup, some control. Then this combo is very strong because you win your lane. You'll have a stunning tempo controlling mid. You can play around them, play very high tempo with them. And wow, it's very, very, very powerful if you can manage to do that. It's extremely good. And on top of that, what we can note is that Dazzle does reduce armor And to be fair, you know, bad juju, reducing armor, it's nice. On top of that, Grave is good with Prophet because sometimes he gets counterpicked, right? So the enemy team has like a Phantom Assassin, she's just jumping him every fight. And I mean, yeah, he can itemize for it, but all in all, having Grave and the ability to just save people, save Prophet when he gets like mega jumped, which is fairly common actually, is quite good. And finally, last but not least, we have one of the stompiest lanes in Dota, and that is Lina SLARDAR. I think I might have mentioned this in the past. I feel like I maybe have. But to keep it very simple, for anyone who doesn't know, Lina has some of the highest attack range in the game. Pretty sure she's the second highest behind Techies, if I'm not mistaken. You guys could correct me on that if I'm wrong. But those two heroes are definitely like top 2, top 3. And so, really, I mean, what do you want me to say? The key to Dota and beating heroes in lanes is working together, right? It's having a good set of spells and then working together, right? And so, if you do this with Lina and SLARDAR and you work together, it's unstoppable. It's too many stuns. Even AM Undying will struggle against you, and Undying barely can trade into this lane because he gets stunned too many times, and by the time he gets a single auto attack off, he's already half health and has to disengage. That's the thing. Even CKIO might struggle against it. And of course, any lane can go any way. If the Lina SLARDAR doesn't work together, and they don't stun the same targets, they don't let the SLARDAR initiate with his stun and his bash, and the Lina follows up, well, frankly, you can kill the Lina. The Lina's pretty squishy, you can get to the backline, kill her, right? But if that doesn't happen and they work together and they get off to a good start, I mean, it's brutal. I watched a pro game recently where the SLARDAR went Bracer first with Tangos, and the Lina, funny enough, went Null Talisman first with Tangos. It looked like a 3k or a 2k MMR pub item build, not gonna lie. But the thing is, it kind of makes sense. Reason being, Bracer gives you HP regen and some damage. You don't really want Quelling Blade because you're just gonna all out on trading. And you have high damage as is, so that's the thought process at least. It's a bit bizarre, but it is what it is. And yes, they crushed the enemy team. I'm pretty sure they was playing against Enigma. I can't remember the exact game, but my god, it was like that lane was a stomp. It was pretty brutal. Like even pros, I mean, like pros have the solutions for a lot of things, but I mean, they were struggling to deal with the Lina SLARDAR. But yeah, that's gonna be all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash the like button and subscribe. As well as remember, combo number 2, GAMELEAP plus you. Sign up down below. I'll see you there. But yeah, that's going to be about all, folks. Remember, click the link down below and subscribe to the GAMELEAP website where we have thousands of videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.